We are recording.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Again, Glenda and I are sitting here trying to figure out our technical difficulties. It is October 24th, and we are so happy to have you with us on our Wednesday webinar. We're attempting once again to stream it to Facebook Live. So if you're with us on Facebook, howdy ho. So glad to have you. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun with some of our new promotional oils today.
And today on our agenda, we will go over the October promotions that you've got a whole nother week to take part in. Then today we're going to focus on Red Mandarin and Kumquat and close with our upcoming events.
So before we get started on our weekly topic, we wanted to share a little bit about our promotions that we have going on. So in the month of October, you may have the opportunity to order your Terrazyme at 10% off. Now, this is a really, really important product in a lot of people's lives. This is a digestive enzyme, and digestive enzymes are so important to your daily health because they actually help you to absorb the food that you eat. It helps to break it down so it's easier to process. My daughter, who's slightly lactose intolerant, she does not want to give up cheese. And so she finds a lot of comfort taking the Terrazyme when she does eat that dairy product. Tends to help her out a lot. But digestive enzymes help all of our processes work so much better. So I encourage you, if you haven't tried it out yet, this is a great time as we've got a great discount for it.
And this week, and this is kind of what's prompted our topic for today, is with a 200 PV order, you get these amazing gifts for free. You get a bottle of Red Mandarin, Clementine, and Kumquat, along with this beautiful car diffuser. And I don't know about all of you, but I get a little anxious driving. And, if I can diffuse some beautiful oils in my car that helps with that ride, it's incredible. I have been thrilled. I've been using mine since I got it working. It does come with a USB cable, but it's real easy if you don't have a USB port in your car to get a little adapter for like the lighter outlet. It's awesome. Plus, because of that USB cable, you could also plug it into your computer and use it while you're at work too. So many reasons why you should diffuse in the car. We're moving into winter, so everything's all closed up. The windows are going to be all rolled up. And, if you're transporting kids, they've got all those lovely germs they're picking up from school. Why not diffuse something in the car and help manage all those little microbes? Helping with, just that ease of feeling less tension when you're driving. The other day I had thought of another reason why, and now I can't remember.
Well, I'll tell you one of my favorite things to do. And my kids are a little older now, so we don't quite have this issue. But back in the day, they're only 2 years apart, so they used to be at each other's throats all the time. And we still deal with that on occasion. But Citrus Bliss in my car, I used to just hold up a drop on my hand and hold my hand up to the vent. Just to spit that oil into the back seat so that they would stop fighting. So having a nice car diffuser. The cool thing about diffusers is you can totally put some great uplifting, relaxing, grounding oils in it and shift the mood. Whether it's in the room that you're in or with a little car diffuser, you can shift the mood to those around you as well.
I remember my other point.
Yay!
So perhaps you're going on a long car ride. Diffusing something that helps keep you very alert while you're behind the wheel is also a magical idea. So maybe some peppermint and kumquat, or some citrus and some mints, just something that keeps your eyes open and focused on the road. So I can't stress enough how awesome this promotion is. It's just really cool. So you have until the end of October to take part in this. And what's also really awesome is you can take part in this offer up to 4 times. So if you did an order at the beginning of the month and all of a sudden it's the end of the month and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm out of my Lifelong Vitality and shampoo and conditioner and a whole bunch of things, place another 200 PV order this month and get another car diffuser and maybe share it with a friend or something. So awesome promotion.
And Christmas is coming up, so all kinds of fun ways to stock up.
Yes.
So we're going to break it apart. We, just a little side note, we're here to talk about the red mandarin and the kumquat today. There is a third oil that you have the opportunity to get with this 200 PV promo is clementine. We have received red mandarin and kumquat earlier last spring. So we've been able to play with it for about 1.5 years. And clementine is brand new to us. So we wanted to maybe sit with that one for a little bit before we shared our observations with you on that. But so we're here to talk today about red mandarin and kumquat. A little note on clementine, it can uplift the mind and emotions. It may support healthy respiratory, immune, digestive, and endocrine health. And it has natural cleansing properties. So we are going to break apart and really dive into red mandarin and kumquat. Isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
Red mandarin. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but the new green mandarin that just got permanently released at convention actually comes from the same plant as the red mandarin. It just so happens that when in nature, when we want to produce an abundance, a yield, they have to prune away part of the fruit so that the fruit that they want to continue growing has the space, the abundance, the opportunity of growth. And so our green mandarin oil is actually coming from what is plucked away, so the red mandarin has the opportunity for growth, which I love that whole sustainability factor around all that.
Mm-hmm. So cool. So as with many citrus oils, they are amazing to uplift the mood. Diffusing them in the morning, helping get everybody moving in the morning if maybe you're not morning people like me. Mm-hmm. They're amazing. And then red mandarin also is going to provide some digestive support, as well as being great for the skin, which I found really interesting, actually. I don't normally think of citrus oils for skin. Mm-hmm. And it's also got some properties that will help support the immune system. So some ways to use this might be to add a few drops to your favorite cleanser or toner for additional clarifying properties. Something that I came across, and I just want to add as a side note, is that citrus oils can be photosensitive, meaning that if we use them topically and then go out into the sun, we have a greater chance of burning or getting some brown spots. But somewhere I read said that red mandarin does not have those qualities. Now, I don't know if that's completely true or not.
You know what's funny is that I'm looking at this Essential Life book right now, and it says no UV precautions.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Now, one of the things that they did say at convention was that green mandarin did not have any photosensitizing issues. So that one you don't have to worry about. And one of the things that I feel like they pointed to was the fact that the green mandarin was the unripened fruit, which is why it didn't have the photosensitizing properties. But I'm not certain on this.
So I guess I'm adding a caveat to this one to add to your favorite cleanser toner at your own discretion.
In the evening.
Yes. In the evening when it's dark.
That's the thing about the photosensitizing oils is that they typically err on the side of caution and say don't apply within 12 hours of going in the sun. So if I want to use my citrus oils on my skin topically, I like to use them at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it perfectly safe. And you know what's really fun and odd? Well, not totally odd, because we're all different, right? We all have totally different DNA. But some people are affected by citrus oils in the sun and some are not. So it really has to do with how your body responds and reacts.
Very true.
So the emotional aspect of red mandarin. So this is the oil of childlike perspective. So mandarin is one of the parent fruits of all modern citrus varieties and is considered to be of the sweetest of all citrus fruits. As such, red mandarin oil offers a unique perspective. It invites individuals to see life through childlike eyes, appreciating the sweetness, wonder, and innocence in life. This oil encourages all parents and non-parents alike to remember the innocence of childhood.
I thought this was so cute. And then some of the negative emotions that it can help kind of combat would be that feeling of just complete overwhelm or feeling weighted down, joyless, feeling stressed, exhausted, discouraged, burdened. When I read that, I was like, wow, this is quite a powerful oil for emotions. I mean, who doesn't feel a little bit of all of those on a day-to-day basis?
For sure. You know, I wish I had known about this when my daughter was 13. 13 was such a hard age. I think it's really probably one of the worst. But she just kept saying, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. And I do wonder if this would help to move through that transition a little bit smoother, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe at least help me to understand her. So kumquat, you know, this was one I had a lot of fun reading up on, studying up on, using. I just love these little fruits. They're so cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I read, and I think I even put it on one of the slides, so I won't get too deeply into it, is the complexity of the oil. This is actually very different because the sweetness of the fruit actually comes from the rind, and the bitterness is on the inside, which is totally opposite of most of our citrus fruits. I thought that was kind of fun.
That is cool.
So one of the cool things about kumquat is it is, depending upon its growing location, the chemistry of the soil and the sunlight and all of that, between 70 and 90% of the chemistry of kumquat is limonene. But of its other 105 known constituents, okay, 46 of them are not found in any other essential oil. Isn't that fascinating?
Wow.
Right? So we have this totally new, it's like this new frontier of oils that they haven't really discovered in any other oils. I thought it was so cool. So some of the primary benefits and uses of kumquat. Now, again, I kind of geeked out a little bit on the chemistry. So the surface cleansing and mood lifting is due to the limonene. Again, that 70 to 90% of its chemistry is limonene. So it's going to have the majority of its chemistry is going to be great for that cleansing and that mood lifting. It is an antioxidant when it's taken internally, and it's calming when it's inhaled, and that's due to the monoterpene mycerine, and that's one that is part of that, I think, not common chemical profile. And then skin and hair, you can actually utilize it for healthy skin and healthy hair due to its low levels of alpha-pinene. And those, if you think about how when we have different chemistries that we share amongst different oils, you can use an oil to get some of the similar benefits that you would get from something else. And so that alpha-pinene is often found in our helichrysum and our frankincense. So if you think about the soothing, healing benefits of our helichrysum and our frankincense, this kumquat shares some of that alpha-pinene component to it.
Oh, it's crazy awesome.
I know, right? So great for calming, great supportive to the lungs and heart, balancing to your insulin response in the body, and a digestive stimulant. So I took all of these from this Essential Life book because I thought it was kind of fun to throw these out there. So you can diffuse it to overcome your winter blues, combining it with green mandarin and vetiver to help with brain fog, concentration, and fatigue. You can add 1 to 2 drops with coriander or fennel to a capsule twice a day to assist in that healthy insulin response. Apply it with rosemary or Siberian fir to the chest and the bottoms of the feet to overcome some respiratory distress that you may be struggling with. 1 to 2 drops in a capsule and dilute and apply around the eyes for those aging, cloudy vision issues that you might be having. Apply with sandalwood to age spots and wrinkles for a younger appearance. And once again, like Glenda had stated with the red mandarin, this is a citrus oil. So with our citrus oils, we want to be careful and cautious before going out in the sun. You can gargle 1 to 2 drops with water every few hours to soothe that sore throat. Take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule twice a day for digestive discomfort and apply with fennel to the area of concern. So some fun ways to utilize that fun new oil that you just got.
Mm-hmm. And then the emotional aspect of kumquat. Kumquat is the oil of authentic presence. Kumquats are unique in the citrus family, with the sweetest part of the fruit contained on the inside, the peel. On the outside, on the outside, the peel. As such, kumquat oil addresses preoccupation with a cheerful external disposition that masks anxiousness, self-doubt, pain, and unease hidden within. The individual in need of kumquat tends to judge and push down feelings deemed as unacceptable or unwanted. So if this would be a great oil if you're dealing with emotions that you feel like you have to hide or be inauthentic or show up as someone else, but you're really kind of masking your feelings or have some passive aggressive feelings. This would be an amazing one to use. And you know, a lot of the times when you're using them for your emotions, just smelling them and diffusing them is one of the most powerful ways, because when we smell something, it goes straight up into our limbic system, and that's where our emotions are housed. So, or taking a drop in your hand and rubbing your palms together and just inhaling it. But some other great spots for this one would be to apply over the throat, the stomach, or the forehead.
I'm kind of in love with kumquat. So a couple little diffuser blends that we came across. Happy Mother's blend. So red mandarin, kumquat, lemon, and peppermint, equal parts. Be kind of a fun little blend, especially for the car. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
And then Sunny Citrus Diffuser Blend. Now, like I said before, a couple years back, we got these 2 oils with a blend from doTERRA that said Sunny Citrus. It's not the same, FYI. The Sunny Citrus blend that we got with these 2 is simply wild orange, grapefruit, and peppermint, which, by the way, is a fantastic combination. But this Sunny Citrus Diffuser Blend is just 2 drops kumquat, 2 drops red mandarin, and 2 drops clementine. So check it out, play around with your oils. I highly encourage you to get creative. Find something maybe that you love and look on to doTERRA's webpage and check out what it blends well with, because I believe they say at the bottom of all those product information pages what it blends well with, and just try things out.
And something else too with the citrus oils, if you think about the season that we're moving into, there's less sunshine and it tends to be a harder time for people. So diffuse your citrus oils in the coming months. I mean, now is the time. Bring on the sunshine in your house.
For sure, not only for uplifting the mood, but totally for the air purification factor too.
Yes. You just can't go wrong with citrus.
Mm-mm. All right, so how can you get these for free? So really, truly, any 200 PV promo or any 200 PV order before the end of this month will get that for you. But you still have the opportunity, I believe. The Dream Tour Kit is still available. And what's awesome about this one is that you get an overabundance of products, all of our new stuff, for $230, I think it is, which would get you totally right into that 200 PV mark to get your free products.
And I just saw yesterday, I mean, it's a savings of over like $150, I want to say.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
So the savings for the Dream Kit itself is over $150.
Whoa.
Well, that was my question to you.
Oh.
I was clarifying.
Oh, I want to say it included the freebie.
Okay.
Actually, I know where I found it. I will tell
let you look for that.
In just a moment. I believe we got an email from our lovely upline Laura Jacobs yesterday.
Oh, super. So while you're looking for that, I'll go over some of the products that are in the Dream Tour Kit. So they released Copaiba. Copaiba is an amazing oil that is from the Amazon rainforest, and they've discovered that it has tremendous benefits for the body in terms of inflammation and handling your anxious feelings. Pain receptors, it is really, really phenomenal for all kinds of issues, and people are finding tremendous success with especially chronic stuff too by taking a couple of drops internally a couple times a day. And so they have very thoughtfully put it together in this gel cap so we can go ahead and take it internally with the rest of our lifelong vitality vitamins and have a real ease of use for that. They released pink pepper and green mandarin, which just like the red mandarin and kumquat were released for us around Mother's Day 2 years ago, this green mandarin and pink pepper were released this past year for Mother's Day. And I am so in love with these two. Green mandarin is amazing. It's another citrus oil. Like I said earlier, it is same plant as the red mandarin, only greener, newer. The pink pepper is one of my all-time new favorites. It has such tremendous antioxidant properties, and it's very calming and uplifting. Turmeric is something we've been waiting for a long time. Great for the liver, great for your central nervous system. Yarrow Palm is fantastic for your cardiovascular health, for your digestive health, and Magnolia. Magnolia is a floral oil. It's in a touch variety, so it's in a roll-on, and it's got super calming linalool properties to it. So it will be a great oil to roll on the back of your child or yourself before bed. Speaking of kids, they have a whole 6-pack of kids oil blends that were perfectly formulated for the little people in our lives. That in and of itself, honest to God, is totally worth getting this Dream Tour Kit for. I mean, you can order it by itself, but it's about $100, and you can get the whole Dream Tour Kit for $230. So I don't know, kind of a no-brainer for me. The Beautiful Mist Body Mist is in there. So Beautiful was released a couple of years back, and it was such a hit that they created a body spray for it. Balance deodorant. So they reformulated our deodorant to be highly effective, and I really like it. And then they created a mouthwash. So On Guard is one of our most popular oil blends because of its amazing properties for handling the bacteria that we come in contact with every day. And so they put it in a mouthwash formula. So all of that can be yours for just $230.
And are you ready for this? So the Dream Tour collection alone is a savings of $101.25.
Wow.
And then when you add on the promotion is a $63 value. You're saving $164.
Woot woot.
That's almost, I mean, the whole thing is that's almost half, 50% off.
All right, that's pretty amazing.
So do it.
Do it. Won't regret it. All right. So, looking forward to next month. Now the holidays are coming. The holidays are coming, and you know, I don't know that they've ever actually released all of this ahead of time like they have this year. But doTERRA has, every holiday they come out with new, just limited time holiday items. And they gave us quite a long time of a sneak peek to really allow you to create your wish list. So as of, Thursday, November 1st, these will be available. I think you can even see them in your back office, so you can see where they are and how much each of them are, so you can totally plan out your order. These are all going to be available, like I said, November 1st. I think that we are going to talk a little bit more in depth on them next week, so join us next week. But I encourage you to hop on into your back office and play around. Check out the price points of them, look at the PV on them, make sure that you can still get up to your 125 PV if that's what you're shooting for to get your free product of the month. And check it out. It'll be great.
Woohoo!
Enough said. And join us next week, and we'll dive in more.
So on the Empowered Life series for November, doTERRA will be doing a webinar on giving, which I think is just a cool, nice compliment to the month with Thanksgiving. And then the webinar that they did in October was some travel tips, and that is posted on doTERRA.com. So what we did here is there's a little bit of a screenshot of the screen. So when you go to doTERRA.com, that black bar at the top is always going to be showing. And if you hover over advocates, that is where you can find the Empowered Life series. So, ta-da! See, it's circling with the mouse right next to the
It was, and then I clicked on it.
So good.
So this
and they have just a huge, I mean, I want to say everything that they've done this year is posted out there still. So tons of great topics, tons of amazing information. You know, it's a great, they're great webinars to share with people that might be, you know, some of them are more focused on sleep and health type things that if you know somebody's struggling, you can kind of direct them to those videos because lots of great information out there.
Tons of information.
Almost too much. So go enjoy some of it.
And if you want more information, so we do have some amazing upcoming events that are happening here in the Twin Cities and online, as Glenda said. Next week, our webinar will be covering the holiday oils, and holiday joy is the one we're going to dive into. That's been a staple in doTERRA's holiday oils since I've started, actually. I think they've had it for that long, at least.
You think so?
think so. And then this coming Thursday, you guys, if you are here in the Twin Cities area, you have got to get to the Hilton at 7 o'clock. I would suggest showing up a little early, making sure you got a seat. Corey Lindley is coming from corporate to share with us all of the amazing things that doTERRA is going through. They're going to try and fit our 3-day convention into a 2-hour evening. So it'll be fun, jam-packed with lots of information. It is free, however, because they want to make sure that they have enough availability for seating for everyone that wants to come. They are requesting that you register. So make sure that you hop on and register to get your ticket. And then we've got some other events going on, like I said, here in the Twin Cities area. Empower Your Kids with Essential Oils at the Grand Stay Hotel is happening in Apple Valley on Monday the 29th at 6:30, Tuesday the 30th at 6 o'clock, and Tuesday the 6th of November at 6 o'clock at 54th, which is Diamond Lake Road and Nicollet Avenue in South Minneapolis. There is a Essential Oils 101 class being hosted by our lovely Julie Milliken. So that'll be a fantastic place to bring your newbies to. If you are interested in learning more about how you can use these oils, share with other people, and get your oils paid for or create an income for yourself, we would love to have you join us on our monthly business meeting. And that is held in the comfort of your own home. And we do that live via Zoom. And that is the second Saturday of every month. And so the next one we have coming up is November 10th at 8 a.m. And then November 14th at 6:30, we're doing a speed oiling event in Chanhassen at the Rec Center. So we've got all kinds of other things coming up within the next couple of months. Didn't want to overwhelm you, but if you want to go out and see our whole schedule of events, hop on to oilerswithamission.com. Cute little blog spot, but most importantly, that's where we hold our calendar site. So you can always see what's going on. You can always guide people there and never miss an event with us. So we are so happy to have you here this week, and thanks for sharing our love for Red Mandarin and Kumquat.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.